record, and as people hop on, they can hop on. So I posted a video in Revelation Fitness about the top 5 areas where I find that coaches go wrong. And I did that not really to tie into this call. It just so happened to be that way. But it was just things that I was noticing and talking to other coaches in the network, or some, talking from some downline coaches to find out like really what's going on with their business. So this whole thing is going to be monthly. I posted it on the timeline photo of Revelation Fitness and some of my other coach groups that I have coaches in. The first Tuesday of every month is going to be a new coach call. So if you guys, everybody's welcome on this call. You see Jen's on this call. She's really just monitoring her coaches. But anybody can jump on if they want to learn something new or take something so that they can teach their new coaches. Doesn't matter. But I encourage everyone, as you start to sign working coaches, to get them on this call. It's once a month. It's easy peasy. Just schedule it into your calendar. The second Tuesday of every month is going to be our team call. That's for everybody on the team that wants to jump on. We'll have guest speakers from, Melanie Mitro to other people. So along with a training, obviously. And then as you move up in ranks, you are still more than welcome to be on this call and the team call, but the second Thursday of every month, we will be having diamond calls. So that's for diamond and above, so that they can get higher level leadership training. And we will also have guest speakers on those as well. I just wanted to go over that because this is the first call that we're having, just so that you guys can mark in your calendars that those are the days. Every call is at 8:30, except for the diamond call, which is at 9. So next week on the team call, I'm going to be breaking out something that's more so for new coaches. It's a new rank. So I'm encouraging you to get on so that you can learn about that and maybe incorporate it into your team, which will be pretty fun. But without further ado, I'm going to screen share. So Jen, you're going to have to take yourself off mute or something and let me know that you can see it. You're not even on mute.
I'm not.
Oh.
Got it. I can see you.
Oh, good. I'm going to play it. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay. I apologize if it starts to write all over it. I don't know why that does that, but hopefully it won't. So this week's new coach call topic is, where am I going wrong? So again, it's really not tied into the video that I did, but you may hear some, some of the same thing. This just goes into more depth. Okay, so before we say where are we going wrong as a new coach, we have to talk about where have I gone, so that and you can portray where you are going to go wrong or where you have gone wrong. So a couple of the things that I have to make sure that new coaches know right off the bat is, do you know the back office? That's like your main hub for your business. You have to, somebody's calling me. You have to know the back office and know how to navigate that so that you can help your coaches and you can learn your sponsorship drill down, your graphical genealogy, which I don't ever look at, your how to change placement, which is a big one when you're trying to go for certain ranks. You need to be able to change your placement of where you place coaches. It is also a big one for when you're shooting for volume, and which is income, because you want to be able to place certain coaches in certain areas so that you can maximize your benefit of them as a working coach. There's also information in there pertaining to the video, to the workout videos, there's meal plan guides, there's posting guides for challenge groups. So if you want to run a challenge group, there's that as well in there. You can pull from all different ones if you want. If you're doing like a general challenge group, you can pull from just the 21 Day Fix or just, however that is until you create your own. There's so many things in there. There's forms and documents that need to be looked at so that if you have a customer go from customer to coach, you know where to tell them to go to get their $40 reimbursed. Okay, so know the back office. There's also training in there under the trainings tab, which is important for you to go through. As a new coach, I suggest you go through the coach one and the emerald one. Don't go any further than that. When you hit emerald, we will move on. Number 2 is, do I know the vital behaviors? If you don't know them, I'll briefly go over them now, and you can do some research on them. There's 4 now. The first one is, they just changed it. It used to be invite, and now it's attract, connect, and invite. So basically, you're attracting people to you by being and doing vital behavior number 2, which I'll go over. You are connecting with them as a human being. They're not just a number. They're not just a sale. They're a human being. You're connecting. Forming may take a month before you invite them to a challenge group, but that is the most important key. And then the third one is you invite them to either a challenge group, or as you get to know them, maybe even the coaching opportunity. Vital behavior number 2 is being proof that the product works. So attracting people, which is part of vital behavior number 1, is through you posting on social media every day. You being a product of the product, you drinking your Shakeology, your challengers, coaches in the downline that have had great results, you can post on Transformation Tuesday, just showing up and being present on social media, and being proof that you are doing what you are going to be inviting your challengers to be doing and your coaches to be doing. Because if you're not doing it, they're not going to do it. Number 3 of the vital behaviors is personal development. One of the things that is left off so often from most coaches, and I think I talked about this possibly in the video. If not, this is number 6, that it's the easiest thing to do, and that makes it the easiest thing not to do. 10 minutes is 10 minutes, and that 10 minutes can be spent loading the dishwasher or changing the laundry. And we can always find something to do with that 10 minutes other than personal development. And I noticed that sometimes it's done unconsciously, that you don't even realize that, oh, hey, that's kind of skipped out of your daily routine. And I notice a slump in my business when that happens. So if you can get into a rhythm in the very beginning of your business, that would be a good place to start and have at the top of your priority list. And then number 4 is recognition. For new coaches, it's going to be more so whether you have one working coach, you're going to recognize them. You're going to recognize the CRAP out of your challengers who are rocking it. And this is going to be done not only in the groups, but outside the groups, because people are going to want to see, tag them, share pictures, share journeys, share blacked out, blurbs of what they're saying. But just recognize them for the hard work and fun that they're having. Number 3 is, do I know my why? This is a big one. And I find that a lot of coaches are very surface level with their why. And for me, I'm just going to tell you what my why was. My why was to get my family out of debt, to not have to get assistance from our church to buy food. All of that kind of stuff was my why as to what pushed me through the hard months. May was a hard month. June may be too, because everybody's got graduations and leaving on vacation and stuff like that. What is going to get you through these hard months to hit your goal, whether it be Success Club 5, Emerald status, Ruby status, Diamond status, whatever it may be? What is going to push it? If you don't do it, will you meet your goal or your why? No. So it has to be big enough that's going to push you no matter what to do it. Do I know where to plug in? This is something that's big. Do you have groups? Are you in Revelation Fitness? Does your coach have their own team page? If not, find out where you need to go to be plugged in so that you can get information and you can meet new coaches and meet coaches and get help from other people other than your upline or your success partner or whatever. Lastly is, do I plug in? Because, you may know that you're in Revelation Fitness and that I may post something, but do you plug in? Are you in there asking questions? Are you in there answering questions? There's no question that's dumb. Everybody's gone through it. Everybody started in the same exact spot in this business to get to a certain spot in their business. So everybody hits the same milestones. It doesn't matter the length of time that it takes them to do it, but they do. And you need to be able to ask your questions, and people need to be able to respond. So if you personally just went through something like you had a really great invite script that really, really works with some people, and you hit Success Club 5, and you see somebody ask a question like something along the lines of, how is everybody hitting Success Club 5? You show up and you help these people, and you plug in and you say, this is what's been working for me. I don't know if it's going to work for you, but for my Success Club 5 this month, this is what worked. That type of thing. Because as we share, our teams will grow. And our teams are not only the people that we sign on, but the people underneath us. So wherever you are in the downline of Revelation Fitness, there's other coaches on the team who are contributing to your pay. And believe it or not, you may even become really good friends with them. I know it's happened to me. So plug in, make sure that you're giving valuable information and you are asking valuable questions, because everybody can learn from everybody. Okay? So what are my first steps? Again, we're going to start with being involved, because you can't really go anywhere if you're sitting silently. It's really hard to do on your own. You need to have a connection. You need to talk to people, and it can't always be your upline, because your upline is dealing with other people as well. That's why we create these groups, to be involved. Number 2 is know the things that will get you to your goals. One of the things that I get asked numerous times was, how did you get to where you are so quickly? And the one thing that I've come up with, especially in the very beginning of my business, was I did a bunch of research, but I only did it on the things that I knew were going to get me to my why faster. So the other things didn't really matter. They fell into place when they did, or I learned them as I went, but I knew the things that I needed to do to get me to my goals, which was I needed to assign 2 coaches to be emeralds so that my business was up and running. I needed to start looking for working coaches so that I could advance to diamond, so that I can start teaching my coaches to advance to diamond and start growing a team like that. I knew what it took to, how many coaches it took to be diamond, what you needed to be emerald or ruby, or how much I needed to have on my weak and strong legs so that I could make X amount of money. This is all the stuff that I researched. And this is the stuff that I kept in the back of my head and knew that this was what was going to get me to my goals. So whatever your goals are, whether it's a rank goal or an income goal in this business, you're going to do that research and you're going to stick with it. You're going to say, okay, this is what's going to get me to diamond. I need 4 coaches on my right, 4 coaches on my left. 1 of each has to be emerald. Now you have to backtrack and you have to say to yourself, what do I have to do to get that? I need to start inviting a ton more. I need to start looking for coaches. I need to develop a plan or ask my upline for a plan as to how to help a new coach become emerald. These are all things that you need to know. So figure out your why and then know the things that are going to get you there. Number 3 is set a schedule. And this is a big one that I've seen from a lot of at least my newer coaches. They're having a hard time working the business because they're all over the place. That may have worked for me. It may even work for Jen, but it may not work for everyone. So for me, I always worked from my phone in the very beginning because I was a stay-at-home mom and I didn't really have a schedule and my life was hectic. But I'm teaching my coaches now to plan out at least an hour a day to their business. If you're in this to earn income and you're in this to make a living, or if your why is to quit your job or retire your husband, whatever it is, you have to make this a business. So you have to think about it. If I didn't show up to work, would I get fired? Yes. So every day you have to show up and you have to have a set schedule. So whether it's 5 days a week you work on your Beachbody business, that's fine. Mine is, I would say, I give at least an hour, 6 days a week. But you have to work a schedule that's going to work for you. And I want you to have it in writing. Like write it down, plan it out for the month. These are my set hours. Things may change a little bit, but you have to think of this as your business. And if you don't show up, it's not going to grow. Number 4 is work from a list. One thing that I wish that my upline had me do when I first started was to write down everything, like all the names of people. Work from a list. You work from a follow-up list, from a prospect list, from a coach prospect list, and you're going to be taking names from people who have liked any post that you did that had to do with your workout. Those people are now on your new contact list for a challenge group invite. And or if you're looking at them or know of them and you know that they're into health and fitness, they may even go onto your coach prospect list because now they're liking things on your page that have to do with health and fitness, and you know that they love health and fitness, so why not ask them to join the opportunity? Follow-up list, if somebody says no, great, because you want that follow-up list to be as huge as possible because that's where your points come from. So I do it a lot, and I know a lot of my downline coaches do it, or my personally sponsored leaders do it, but the go for no. 100 no's, 50 no's, whatever it is, fill out those sheets. I know a 12-star diamond coach who is 3-time elite, and she still fills out the go for no sheet. And she uses all of those no's, those 100 no's for the month, as her follow-ups for the following month. And she's hit Success Club every single month. So these are things that if you start working from lists and you start incorporating them into a schedule, you'll be good to go. And then number 5 is stop the excuses and start the sacrificing. This business is a business. And with any new business, you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to not want to watch that TV show. Well, you're going to want to watch it, but you're not going to watch it. You may sacrifice, I don't even know. I sacrificed a lot. But things that you would normally want to do or things that you would normally do, you may sacrifice in the beginning, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is the most freedom that me and my family have ever had. And it's only taking me 3 years to get here. So before, if I didn't start this business and I didn't sacrifice in the beginning, I'm pretty sure my husband would still be working 7 days a week and we would be a mess because we couldn't afford things. And my children would be all over the place because I'd be stressed out. Whereas now I can work 2-3 hours a day and then the rest of my day is with my family. So yes, I sacrificed in the beginning. I sacrificed time. I'm not saying not to spend time with your spouse or your significant other, because I did, but it was on the couch next to him with my laptop while he watched his show and I worked. Those are the types of things that you have to start saying, okay, this is something that I can do without right now. You want to live like no one now so you can live like no one later. So I hope that helps you a little bit. So here we are into the where am I going wrong? Number one that I find is that people are word vomiting. Okay, you don't want to word vomit Beachbody everywhere. If you're sending out mass invites, you don't want to be starting it and ending it in one message saying, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. Come join my challenge group. This is what it's about, blah, 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 blah. And they have to read it all. You're not going to get any response. That's why they changed the first vital behavior from invite, because that's what people were doing. They were sending out mass messages. That's what was going through their head when it was like, invite. I got to send out all these messages. Whereas now it's attract, connect, and invite. So you may send out an invite, but before you send out that invite, it's going to be, hey, girl, how you doing? And you're going to talk about life. You're going to talk about things that you connect with. Your children are adorable. How old are they now? Whatever it may be. And basically, so this month, I'll just tell you what I did. I went back through all my messages. So I've already established a relationship with these people. And I just sent out my hey girl messages. I sent out, hey girl, ! How are you? Well, send, how are you? Send. So I sent it in 2 messages. When they wrote back to me, I answered them. If they said, I'm great, thanks, how are you? I said, I'm great, thank you. And I said, I don't want to keep you because I know you're busy, but I'm doing a Get Fit by the 4th challenge group, and I thought of you. Would you have any interest? So that was my invite to people. That's what I sent out because I already connected with them. And that's as simple as an invite, but you have to do the connecting first. That leads me into number 2. Am I connecting? A lot of people are not, they're missing that factor. All right. They're actually missing the first 3. A lot. And it's a numbers game. So the more people you talk to, the more people that you will get to say yes. For every 10 no's, you get a yes. That's kind of the rule of thumb. So you have to be okay with hearing no. And you have to be okay with writing them in your little no box, because they will become your follow-up for, hey girl, for next month. Am I inviting enough? Again, a numbers game. New coaches, obviously it's overwhelming. You don't know what to message, and hopefully your uplines will help you. If not, we can chat. But inviting, you want to be doing at least 3 to 5 a day. If you have bigger goals and you want to meet them fast, you have to up those numbers. So I'm going to use Jen as an example. She wants and shoots for Success Club 10 by the 2nd of the month. But that's what works for her. She is going to go hardcore for the first 2 days of the month, hit her goal, and then the rest of the month she can focus on her team. She can focus on signing coaches that want to work. She can focus on creating new content for challenge groups, for coach groups, for coach advertisements, whatever it may be that helps her business. That's her goal. But she has to do a boatload of inviting to do that. So everybody has their own goals. My goal is 10 by the 10th. And that's what the majority is, 5 by the 5th, 10 by the 10th. And then you focus on other things. So if you are not meeting your goal every month of at least Success Club 5, you have to up your numbers. Okay. It's a big one. Number 4 is, am I posting every day? You have to do a pretty big gut check here. I know that I've noticed when I go to look at my new coaches' pages that are struggling or working the business and not having any success, I'll go to their pages and I'll see one post from yesterday, and then the last time that they posted was Friday. And I'm like, you're not posting enough. You got to post. You got to post. You got to post. You got to post. It's not bombarding, and I know that's probably what's going through a lot of people's heads. If people don't want to read it, they won't. Just like you do when you're scrolling your Facebook news feed, if you see something that catches your eye with an engaging picture, which is what we're teaching, what we have to teach you, so you have to have an engaging picture, and then they will go read the words. So if it's just words that you're posting, nobody's going to read it. I mean, unless you're I don't even know, Rascal Flatts, but you have to have a picture. You have to be proof that this is working. You have to show that you're working out, do a video, go live if you are daring enough to go live about something every single day. Whatever it is, but you have to do it at least 3 to 5 times a day. You have to post. And I've noticed a change when I start talking to my coaches and watching them and they're posting. Their stuff starts showing up in my newsfeed. I'm like, okay, now they're posting. So now I can watch them even more. And B, I noticed people coming out of the woodworks and saying, what are you doing? You look amazing. This is great. I need 30-minute workouts. So those are all new contacts, and that's what's going to drive your business. So vital behavior number 2 is huge. These are why they're the vitals. Vitals mean they're very, very important. So you have to be doing them. And then number 5 is, am I really doing the things I need to do to move my business forward? So again, a gut check. There is, I think I posted it in Revelation Fitness in the file section, a power hour checklist. If you're not doing that stuff every single day to move your business forward, number 5 is not happening. You're not doing the things that you need to do to move your business forward. So if you need to talk to your upline or myself or, one of the leaders in the group to find out what you need to be doing every single day, feel free to reach out to one of us. I'm sure we'll be glad to help you. But there are certain things you have to do every single day so that your business moves forward. And just to touch on them a little bit, one of them is inviting. You have to invite every day. One of them is posting. You have to post every day. One of them is connecting, adding new contacts every single day. You have to be building this foundation because you're starting from the ground. And you can't put the roof on of success until you build all the way up. So, yes, gut check on all of those. So this is my call to action for you guys. Create your work hour schedule, and I want you to post it in the team page. Include in it what personal development you are doing and 2 positive things that happened in your business this week. It doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't have to be coach-wise, but just something, whether it's I stepped out of my comfort zone today, but we want to end every call or every day on a positive note, because that's going to lead us into a positive day tomorrow. So post this by the next call, so it'll give you a month, but hopefully by the end of this week so that you have your schedule for June. That would be awesome. And does anybody have any questions?
No, can I add something though?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, because I know this is being recorded and other people are going to listen, and I'm hoping that some people on my team listen that work full time. Holy water chugging. I'm
really behind.
I want to add in that work. I think everything that you said is correct. And I think when you work full time, that has to be minorly tweaked. I literally work in 7-minute increments, and I'm saying 7. I really mean between 5 and 10. But I think sometimes business hours don't have to be a formal hour of when you do things. But like I literally get up at 4:15. From 4:15 to 4:45 a.m. every day is when I'm responding to messages and messaging new people that might have had interest from the day before. Then I do my morning post and then a workout. So sometimes they're not necessarily in big slots like that.
No, but that is still a business hour. So like I said, you have to do what's going to work for your schedule, and that works for your schedule. Whereas from, whatever times you said, that time is a business hour. You may have a separate time when you come home. Like my business hours are not all the same. Like this week, I had a babysitter yesterday, I had a babysitter today from 11 to 2. And then tomorrow, they're up in the air because I don't have a babysitter. So it's really going to go based off of everybody's schedule. So sometimes I have a business hour in the morning and I have 2 in the afternoon or late at night. Like you have to tweak your schedule. You just have to be open every single day, which is what I'm saying. You have to show up. You have to do your power hour. Doesn't necessarily have to be in an hour. It can be split up throughout the day, but you have to show up and get it done. That's what I mean by business hours. I'm not meaning like, okay, Monday through Friday, I'm open from 11 to 3. Not like that. Which, if that works for some people, great.
I think it would be awesome to do that. It's just really hard. Like there's some days that I'm not getting that kind of time in, and then there's other days I'm getting in a lot more. So
right. So you guys, that's what I'm saying. Like there's some days that I work strictly from my phone. Like tomorrow, most likely I won't ever sit down at the computer. It'll just be from my phone because I have nowhere all day long. So you have to do what's going to work for you, but you have to show up every single day.
My question is that, I guess like you guys can answer separately. But when did you guys decide to be coaches? Was it like after like you like lost weight, or like did you just like kind of just do it right away? I did Insanity like 2 years ago, and then I stopped, and then I came back like now, and I was just like, let me just go in, like go home, or like go big or go home kind of thing. And so I'm kind of starting over again. So I don't know, like how did you guys decide when you were going to be coaches?
Can I answer that?
You can answer that. Go ahead, Jackie.
Just because I think I'm maybe the, I'm still a newbie, but I struggled with whether I wanted to be a coach or not. And I had been drinking Shakeology for about a year, and I always had in my mind that, well, I can't coach because I don't have my 6-pack abs, or I still have a lot of weight to lose or a lot of inches. And how am I supposed to coach somebody when I'm not to that quote unquote stature yet myself? And my coach, Jen, saw that I have that I could be really good at this. And I've always had a lack of confidence and a lack of self-esteem. So I just decided, I saw the opportunity and I said, you know what, I can work on my transformation and I can also help motivate people. And what I was always told by other coaches, because I follow a lot of other coaches, and I'll just ask them, what got you to your success? What did you do? And it was sharing your own transformation. And I think for me, that's what was I don't know, I think the light bulb went off. Sorry, I'm tired. Anyway, so I thought, what better way to show people and help other people and motivate other people, but by showing them what I'm doing and inspiring others. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I came into this for the business. So I had been doing my own types of workouts. I loved health and fitness before I became a coach. But I started talking to my upline now more so on just, tips on getting over a plateau, because I had reached a plateau in my weight loss 3.5 years ago. So after talking to her for about a month, she posted something about the business opportunity, and knowing that we were struggling and needed financial stability and help, it didn't make sense for me to go to school. So I was like, I'm going to do this. And I came into it for the business. So when I came into this, I never done a Beachbody program. I had never tried Shakeology, and I had never gone through a challenge group. And I still have never been through a challenge group. Actually, this test group will be my first challenge group ever in 3.5 years that I will actually make it through. So for me, I came into it for the business. Jen came into it for the discount, and then I don't really know what happened. You became competitive, Jen?
No, I was born that way.
No, I know. No,
no.
but you were like, oh my gosh, this is a competitive business. I need to join.
No, I did this because I was already doing the programs, tried Shakeology. It worked for me. And my husband pretty much said, if you want to get these shakes every month, sell enough to cover your costs. And then it did become slightly competitive for me. Like, how good can I do? And then they put like teasers out, like, oh, sell this much and you get like a thing with Shaun T. And then, so I'm driven more by the contest than I am by anything else. I have to admit.
Yeah. Oh. So everybody comes in at different times, and everybody comes in for different reasons, but everybody starts at the same exact spot. And like Jackie said, it's really good to have a transformation and for people to watch you go through it as you're inviting them to join you, because it makes you more real. It's more for them to trust rather than you coming in completely fit, because you could have gotten completely fit on something completely different. So as you're going through your journey to invite, that's normally what I say. Like, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I say, want to join me on this journey of, so.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
It's definitely important to be a product of the product. You have to be able to, if people ask you questions about Shakeology and the different workout programs, I'm not saying that, you have to do every single program, right away, but you definitely have to be able to share what Shakeology is and how it's worked for you and how a certain program has worked for you. I think that's very important because, again, you are building that trust.
Right. And then going along with that is investing in your business as a working coach. When new programs come out, even though you may not want to do it, like country line dancing, you're going to buy that kit no matter what, and you're going to do the 30-day program because you might have people that will want to do it. And you need to be able to say, this is what it's like, this is what happened, these are my results. Granted, I really like 22-minute hardcore right now, but I didn't want to do it at first. And, some of them are obviously tougher than others. And some of them, like Max 30, I never did the whole thing, but I did far enough into it because I started having adrenal problems.
Oh, God.
I did enough into it with Jen that I knew what it was about. Same thing with size. But I have purchased every single program that has come out. Okay?
What?
And that way it's a write-off. So you keep track of your receipts and you're able to explain to people what it's about. That goes for everybody on the call.
Wow.
Just make sure you're investing in your business. It pays off, trust me. Any other questions? No?
All right, I have another question.
Uh-huh.
If you guys don't mind sharing, what level of coaches are you guys all?
Most of these are new.
Oh, okay.
I'm an Emerald.
Okay.
Jen
I
is
became a coach in February. I hit SC10 my first month and became Emerald in my second month, Jen? First or second month?
I think so.
Yeah.
Jen, what are you?
What am I? Right now?
No, you're 3-star.
Yeah.
3-star.
Give me a couple days.
4-star
Okay.
phone.
I'm targeting 5-star in 2 days.
Yes. It's gonna happen.
Right.
I am 6-star in my first and 1-star in my second. And yeah, good times.
So another question I have is, Kaylee, I think that this business like your only job, and to the other coaches, do you guys have other jobs?
This is my only job. I was a stay-at-home mom before this. Yeah, I work, like I said, maybe 2 to 3 hours a day combined, not all at once.
I work a full-time corporate job that's a damn nightmare.
Jen travels, like she just said before this call, she travels a lot. She's traveling, 7 weeks out of 9?
Yeah, a
No,
couple.
but you have to understand, Jen is a rare commodity because she can literally sell a bag of Shakeology or a challenge pack to a wall because she will talk to anyone. Like, she'll probably have the whole plane on the way home on Shakeology and a challenge pack. That's just Jen. So for me, like, that would have never worked. But traveling, I think, gives Jen a benefit because you meet new people and you connect with them right away. Whereas somebody who's more of an introvert, that might not work for them. But you don't get most of your people from social media. You get them from word of mouth and your mouth, right? Correct?
Kind of.
Yeah. See? Well, and that's why I'm like, I don't know what you would do if you quit your job, because that is literally, like, your traveling is, what brings you a bunch of stuff. But you make it work. Success Club 10 All-Star.
Yeah.
I have a full-time job. I'm a benefits consultant, and I also have a autistic son, which takes a lot of my time as well. Sometimes at night I don't get a lot of sleep, so it's very challenging. But you have to believe and have a passion for what you're doing. And I've done a lot of different multi-level marketing type things. And I'll tell you, I have met some of the best people, and my confidence is slowly getting up there. And this truly is a company and that cares about people, and the people in the company truly care about you. So it's a pretty cool thing.
All right, thank you guys. That's all my questions.
No problem. If anybody else finds that they have any other questions, feel free to comment. I'm going to post the link to this call in a new document that's going to be labeled New Coach Calls. So I look forward to seeing you all next month, first Tuesday, 8:30. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Kaylee.